Gross motor skills are the building blocks of your child's physical coordination, strength, and overall body awareness. They are the big movements that involve the larger muscles in your child's body. Think arms, legs, and torso. These skills are the foundation for many of the physical activities that your child engages in every day, from the moment they wake up till when they go to bed. Today, we delve into understanding which gross motor skills are expected throughout the years as your child develops and grows. But before we do, please hit that subscribe button, it really helps the channel. Okay, let's dive in. Understanding gross motor skills. Now, let's break it down a bit. Gross motor skills are the abilities required to control the large muscles of a body for walking, running, sitting, crawling, and other activities. These skills are not just about movement though, they're also about balance and coordination. Imagine your child reaching for a toy on a high shelf, running in the park, or even just sitting up straight at the dinner table. All of these actions require gross motor skills. They're essential for your child's independence and confidence in their physical abilities. But gross motor skills are not just about the here and now. They also form the basis for the fine motor skills, which involve smaller movements of the hands, fingers, and wrists. So by supporting your child's gross motor development, you're also setting the stage for skills they'll need for writing, drawing, and other detailed tasks down the line. Gross motor development milestones from birth to 5 years. So let's now take a look at the general milestones you can expect to see for your child as they grow up. Remember, each child is a unique individual and they develop at their own pace. So, these milestones are not strict rules, but rather signposts that guide us in understanding your child's development. Let's dive in. In the first stage of life, from newborn to 2 months, your little bundle of joy is just beginning to interact with the world. They start by turning the head to both sides when lying on their back, a simple yet crucial step in developing neck strength. They also begin lifting their head and kicking both legs whilst on their back, showing the first signs of interaction with their surroundings. As we move to the 3 to 4 month stage, your baby is becoming more active. They start raising their head in line with their trunk when pulled to sit, showing off their growing neck and back strength. They'll also start pushing up on their forearms whilst on their stomach, a precursor to crawling. And let's not forget the joyous movement when they roll from their belly to their back for the first time. At around 5 months, your baby is ready to explore more. They start rolling from back to belly, a significant milestone in their mobility. They also begin bringing their feet to their mouth whilst lying on their back, a delightful display of their growing flexibility. And when they start pushing up on their hands whilst on their belly, it's a clear sign that they're gearing up for more adventurous movements. Between 6 to 8 months, your baby is becoming more independent. They start sitting alone, a significant milestone that allows them to explore their surroundings from a new perspective. They also begin reaching for toys, showing their growing interest in the world around them. And when they start crawling on their belly, it's a clear sign that they're ready to explore their world more actively. From 9 to 11 months, your baby is becoming a little explorer. They start moving between lying down and sitting upright without help, showing their growing strength and coordination. They also begin crawling on hands and knees, a faster and more efficient way to move around. And when they start pulling themselves to a standing position, it's a clear sign they're ready to take their first steps. At around 11 to 12 months, your baby is ready to take on the world. They start walking with one hand held, a major milestone in their journey to independence. They might even manage to stand alone for a few seconds, showing their growing balance and confidence. From 13 to 14 months, your toddler is becoming more adventurous. They start crawling upstairs, a challenging task that requires strength, coordination, and the sense of adventure. They also begin standing up from the floor without support, showing their growing independence. And when they start walking alone, well, it's a clear sign they're becoming more confident in their abilities. Between 15 to 18 months, your toddler is becoming more coordinated. They start walking upstairs with help, a complex task that requires both coordination and confidence. They also begin crawling down the stairs, showing their ability to navigate complex environments. And when they start running and kicking a ball, it's a clear sign they're developing more advanced motor skills. At 2, your toddler is becoming more agile. They start walking and running well, showing their growing strength and coordination. They also begin jumping in place, a fun activity that requires both strength and balance. And when they start walking up and down stairs alone and kicking a ball with either foot, It's a clear sign that they're becoming more confident in their abilities. As your child turns 3, they're entering a new phase of physical development. They'll start to balance on one foot for a few seconds. This requires both strength and coordination. They'll also begin to jump forward, showing their growing agility. Catching a large ball becomes part of their play, demonstrating their improved hand-eye coordination. And let's not forget the joy of riding a tricycle, a complex skill that combines balance, coordination and strength. By the time your child is 4, they are ready for more advanced physical activities. They'll be running, jumping and climbing with ease, showing their growing strength and ability. Hopping on one foot becomes a fun challenge, demonstrating their improved balance. They'll also start catching a ball more reliably, showing their improved hand-eye coordination. And they might even begin to do somersaults, a complex skill that requires strength, flexibility and a sense of adventure. As your child turns 5, they're ready to take on even more complex physical activities. They'll start skipping on alternate feet, a fun and challenging activity that requires balance, coordination and rhythm. They might even start to begin to skate and swim, both complex skills that require strength, coordination and confidence. Riding a bicycle, with or without training wheels, becomes part of their play, demonstrating their improved balance and coordination. And they'll be climbing well, showing their strength, agility and confidence. Remember, these milestones are just guidelines. Every child is unique and develops at their own pace, so whether your child is a fast developer or takes a little more time, the most important thing is to support and encourage them on their journey. Physical activity recommendations. Now that we've explored the milestones of growth motor development, let's talk about how we can support our children in reaching these milestones. Physical activity plays a crucial role in this, and the American Heart Association has some recommendations for us. Experts suggest that children over the age of 2 should engage in at least an hour of moderate to vigorous physical activity every day. For children under 2, physical activity should come in the form of supervised play. But what does moderate to vigorous mean? Well, moderate activities include brisk walking, dancing or playing in the playground. Vigorous activities could be running, swimming or playing sports like soccer or basketball. The key is to ensure that your child is moving and having fun. Now, it's important to know that physical activity doesn't have to be structured or organised. In fact, both structured and unstructured play are important for your child's development. Structured play includes organised activities like sports, dance or gymnastics. These activities are great for teaching children about rules, teamwork and discipline. They also help children develop specific skills and abilities. On the other hand, unstructured play is just as important. This is the time when children get to explore, imagine and create. It could be a game of tag in the backyard, a bike ride in the park or an imaginative adventure in the living room. Unstructured play encourages creativity, problem solving and independence. So as you can see, physical activity is about more than just movement. It's about learning, exploring and growing. So let's encourage our children to move, play and have fun every day. How to support your child's gross motor skills. As parents, you can support your child's gross motor development. It's not just about reaching milestones, it's about fostering a love for movement and physical activity. Here are some tips to help you do just that, both at home and outside. Firstly, create a safe environment for your child to move and explore. This could be a clear space in your living room, backyard or local park. Make sure the area is free of sharp objects and anything that could cause injury. Encourage your child to engage in a variety of physical activities. This could include running, jumping, climbing, dancing or playing ball games. The more diverse the activities, the more skills your child will develop. Play with your child. Not only is this a great way to bond, but it also gives you the opportunity to model movements and teach new skills. Plus, it's a lot of fun. Provide toys and equipment that promote gross motor development. This can include balls of different sizes, tricycles, balance beams or climbing frames. But remember, you don't need expensive equipment. Even everyday household items can be used to promote physical activity. Now, let's talk about physical therapy. If your child is having difficulties with their gross motor skills, or they have a condition that affects their physical development, physical therapy can be incredibly beneficial. A physical therapist can provide targeted exercises and activities to help your child improve their skills. They can also provide guidance and support for parents. So if you have concerns about your child's gross motor development, don't hesitate to seek professional advice. Remember, every child is unique and develops at their own pace. The goal is not to rush development, but to support your child in their journey. So let's encourage our children to move, play and explore the world around them.